no-brainer there. And then TSM.
Oh!
Maple pulling out the nerfed Kassadin. Excited to see if he can actually scale, putting themselves on this timer. I do like, though, when you're picking your Kassadin, and it's
just so that he was not low enough for that dive to work.
And even though there is no action, it accomplishes a goal here for TSM with Caitlyn Karma pushing their opponents under the tower so that then it's a lot easier to poke them down. Here's the visit up top side. Dokla not able to get the Q off on time on solo, but Contracts is in position.
Hey, Kobe, what'd you say about ganking for a Scion? I mean, Contracts says, I need an option to find one, and he gets it. First blood for CLG.
Web.
Uh-oh. Flash is still not available. Yeah. Neo is gone, ladies and gentlemen. He has been corralled into a corner. That's another kill for Contracts. And see, hey, you know what? Just because it doesn't work the first time, doesn't work the second time or the third time, but the fourth time, Kobe, the fourth time they finally get what they needed. Because you just got to
with multiple visits from other people does feel pretty decent for Maple. And there's even only one hit left on that tower plate in mid as well for Maple. So if he could get another visit from somebody to help him push the wave in and go tap that wave, it would be juicy.
Boogie is here just in case a counter gank happens, already throwing out the ultimate, but Contracts is going to force Maple to flash. Boogie has arrived, locks down Contracts, but he still has a repel to play with, so should be fine, unless the bottom lane from TSM comes and completely changes the variables at play, and Ignite will tick down.
Cruise between mid and bottom lane right now, and it's under full vision of CLG. This Maokai ult gets two, though.
Oh, they're going to go for a two-man Q from Boogie, locks down Contracts. Boom is forced to both use sums, but Contracts doesn't have his from the previous fight. He wants to be in the front lines right next to CLG.
All right, watch that front line.
Boogie with the ultimate, they locked up Dokla. He's manning it right now, but Palafox fires a copy of his own ultimate from Maokai. Oh, huge two-man stun into two-man knockup from Dokla. Can CLG now carry the momentum of this fight? So far, it seems like it's Solo and Neo are already gone, and Maple is nowhere near that level 16 mark for him to really rampage through CLG's team.
Yeah, they've got no damage left. They've got no damage left. Neo got hit right in the face. Maokai ultimate was stolen. Nami wave plus Maokai ultimate, plus the Scion ultimate. CLG with 3 layers on that engaged case.
TSM are gonna unload this Rift Herald into the mid turret. That opens up a little bit of the map for TSM to play with, and
Dokla blows open the blast cone too. They've got positioning. They could just burn down this dragon.
And that's huge. I mean, Dokla is now working with half of his effective health.
Palafox want that Maokai ult. He got it.
I mean, he can ult in still, but he's not going to be able to tank up as much as he could originally. They're throwing out the Maokai ultimate from CLG side. They blow up Solo, and Dokla now just has to tank for the rest of the team while they burn down the dragon. There's no smite from TSM. CLG claims it. Neo is still fighting for his life, but Luger already finds Boogie on the back end of it all. CLG find their window, and now let's see what they can do more with it.
Beautiful cross section.
Oh, Maple! Oh, he finds Boom, but now he's stuck. He's Cocoon, and my goodness, CLG punished that Kassadin very fast.
Kind of crumbling here on dragon number 3, CLG. They pick up the dragon, and because of the extra kill, and Maple only 1 level away from you-know-what.
That's right. Level 16. It is almost here. Level 16, the next big fight that we see, which could be around that 4th dragon, Maple has to shine.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. Look at this different. No, they have to sit here at dragon. Maokai saplings, though, are going to do a lot for their setup.
Palafox is going to be on the left side. His job is to mark Maple and make sure that anywhere he goes, Palafox will go as well. Maybe Dokla now changes that position now as Maple is forced into the back lines of TSM.
Yeah, that's pretty big here. Now it's going to be all on Poom Nami ultimate.
Looking for the right flank now. Maple is just waiting for a moment. There is no vision on that top lip. Maple looks for the first bit of damage. Solo flashes onto Palafox, forced to flash inside as well. Solo goes down first. Dokla's taking up everything from TSM. Can Maple look for another one? He has flash and he has cleanse, and he's looking for the angle. He's waiting for Luger to step up. Contract's forced to repel, but he comes back down. Luger snipes out Boogie, and Maple, once again, it's all on him. He's still not level 16 yet, Kobe.
One of them. Maple's still doing his best. He stacks up a stack of Riftwalk, another stack. Blast Cone Riftwalk, he's going for a hero play? No way. No way.
No, he's deciding against it. He thought about it, but that is Mountain Soul success for CLG.
It's so much tankier. They get the re-engage off, and now CLG on top side. They want the rest of the outer defenses.
Maple's finally level 16 here, Kobe, and he's putting in the damage on the Palafox. He might chunk him out before they get a chance to play for Baron. Teleports are coming out. Palafox is already forced to use the Zonias. The last Q, CLG block out the headshot from Neo. Dokla is now facing 5 members all by himself, but he's so damn tanky. It might not just it doesn't matter at all. They've only gone through a third.
Not going to be enough, and with the mid push, they'll get another tower.
I mean, that was beautiful. I mean, CLG occupying the right quadrant, that jungle. Not everyone from TSM is quite in position. They might look for maybe Boogie, because Maple can always just rift walk or flash away. Boogie makes it out alive. Good chunk comes out. Boogie is forced to use the Nature's Wrath to second turret, or the first turret at the top lane.
Quickly, too. I don't know. Can Boogie even get there in time? It's going to get burned down. That's free!
That is a free Baron, all right, for CLG. And
with the protection of the Mountain Soul. Cassidon goes in.
Maple, but it's Palafox that's marking him on the right side, so he can't get into the back line. Luger is playing this wall, so as soon as Maple approaches, he'll just dash over, and now he's safe. Maple is still looking for the assassination flank, but Dokla is just taking up all this damage. Meanwhile, in the front line, and TSM still haven't found a way. Neo's chunked to half HP.
Yeah, that's a huge chunk onto Neo, and CLG have the Nami sustain here, healing them back up. They get the second round of heals.
Luger's going forward and finds Maple, and Maple still has Flash to play with, but he just does not feel safe to go in on Luger by himself. The rest of TSM cannot support Maple's dreams of being able to 1v9 as the Cassidon and Solo is blown up. That's a huge pick for CLG. Maple's gonna go in, trade some damage, but Palafox is waiting on the other side. Maple still has Flash to play with, but Rift walks over the wall.
Being warned by CLG. They've got it all, Rafa.
Yep.
The Soul, the Elder Dragon, the Baron.
Massive comebacks, right?
For sure. CLG themselves at the beginning of the year, they pointed out, they took a critical eye to their own team and said, our main feature we want to improve is our consistency.
Yes.
And that is something they have definitely succeeded in this game.
Totally makes sense when you run back the same roster, when you're the only team in the LcS to run back and put the faith in the same players from last year, as Luger finds Chime with a beautiful culling over the turret walls. CLG pressing their advances into the Nexus towers of TSM's base. Good chunks from TSM. It will where spiders are suddenly better than crocodiles.
Mutations in the DNA. Somehow they start Link. All right, CLG, here we go. TSM have one door open, Boogie with the flank.
All right, Nature's Wrath doesn't grasp up Luger because everyone else on CLG tanks it for him. And now it's a fire back with Palafox's own Nature's Wrath. And TSM evaporated. Luger just sails into the base. Does he go too far? No, he doesn't, Kobe! That's Luger firing on all cylinders with a quadra kill of himself. And they want to give him the penta. Boogie, get your butt over here. Luger deserves this one. He wants it. You can see it in his eyes, baby.
Showing why he chose the name. Boogie's gonna get out of there, though.
Unfortunately, Luger, you will not get a penta today unless...
Delayed.
No, the Baron stopped him. Baron playing for the TSM. They needed the 6-man, but Palafox has cut him off. They want to give him the penta. They have time to do it. It's not an official one, but we'll make it official for us. CLG with a clean game over TSM.
Very, very nice little last pick there. Maple getting his Talia. The answer from MNS is the LeBlanc, baby. That's some spice. So the question is it going to be, as a Cocoon does land, and MNS is going to take a decent chunk of damage, is the Null Magic Mantle just for sitting on for right now because of Maple and Boogie? Or is the MNS for success here? Bottom side gets ganked again.
Yep, flash from Chime to follow Sven, who does not have his flash ready to go just yet. But he can still get back away in time. Oh, but he walks back into the dredge line. Man, that was terrible, buddy. Honestly, TSM's doing a good job camping this.
Yeah, it's not worth dying for, but everybody's here now.
Okay, they immediately engage. Cloud9 wants to go after Maple. They found a lot of burst very quickly. Sven grabs the kill, and they aren't done yet. Chime's going to be knocked backwards. Remember, he already spent his flash bottom side making the previous play, and now he's blabber food. Boogie's the next target. Trying to find some way out of here. Flashes over the wall. Oh, Flash follow. The man knows no fear. And C9 just got 3 kills off of TSM. Trying
away from Sunder and into what we want.
Okay, hold on. We might not have the opportunity. Blabber wants to shift Chime away from life and into his pocket. Never mind, the money's over to Berserker. Team player Rengar. I screwed that one up. That's my bad. I'll own that. Anyway, C9 is 2,500 gold ahead, 12 minutes in. Maple just about dying solo to M&S's LeBlanc. Has to back up, had to use the flash, 50 HP remaining. Arrow flies down mid, seeing if maybe they can catch him in a greedy recall, but Maple's wise to that.
Okay. Of the map, and even though the arrow is dodged, avoiding the Blabber jump.
Well, Blabber decides to jump in anyway. Maple's ready to go. TSM's ready to go. That and Blabber just when TSM has Maple on Talia, my eyes are on him to be the one who can set up some moments for TSM to get wins, because as long as Cloud9 are able to find picks like this, life is going to remain tough for Team Solo mid. Chime has to flash back over the wall. Boogie lands from the rappel, and Sven's got the volley. Chime's the target here again, and Blabber's picking up another kill. Fudge, so maintaining control over that 1v1 is about the best thing that TSM have to hold on to right now. Arrow from downtown again. C9 just keeps shooting them straight down mid lane, and the rest of the team keeps picking it up. Him and
17.5 minutes, 2 dragons eaten up. They got both Rift Heralds. It's basically all neutral objectives controlled.
Yeah. It's a pretty slow game for the Drakes. You're not going to see any sort of early soul, even though Cloud9 have both of them so far. It's still just about 18.
Who has flash and barrier, so shouldn't be too worried.
C9's ready to counterattack. They go right in after Chime. Blabber's gonna lead the charge, but Blabber dies first. TSM turn it around. This might be exactly what they need. M&S, they're going all out. They take him down. And Solo's in the middle of everybody, maintaining the aggro. He'll find the Q3 on Fudge, but now he's gonna back away. Berserker grabs the kill, and C9's fighting back. Fudge gets the knock up onto the TSM jungler as Neo tries to fight it out with Sven and Berserker. Maple jumps right back in, and the Weaver's wall puts Sven on the wrong side of the rift. Fudge gets the kill on Boogie, but again, its body's hitting the ground on both.
Starting it out, I think Cloud9 kind of brushing off some of these into moments, some of these deaths, but you can't do too many more of those.
It was just about to expire, so Blabber just had to drop it. Use it or lose it. It does end up walking all the way down top lane, nearly taking out the tier 1 turret, but not quite enough damage just now.
Certainly is. And it's very dangerous even going into your own jungle. Chime into the wall.
Chime into the dirt. M&S.
Distortion. And using it quite well this time around. Kind of baits Chime in, pokes him out. TSM coming to check the Baron. 5,000 health left.
Cloud9 just going to go ahead, work on this slowly. They're looking for the opportunity to turn. Solo goes in first. He's going to pull Fudge out of the fight, force him to flash back over the wall. M&S jumps in, finds a lot of damage on Boogie. The TSM jungler is low, but Cloud9.
Fudge's going to pull off his recall on topside on the Scion while M&S is doing some detective work. 007?
Yep, he wants somebody that's not named Solo. Nice use of the rappel there to get away from the arrow by Boogie, but now he's got to be careful because there's no other way out. He just gets deleted. It's Berserker grabbing the kill, and now with Solo picked up too, there's your last Budge, but that's not a target you can do anything meaningful to. M&S still just waiting over the wall, trying to get some burst back. Sven nearly dying to Maple, but Fudge is there to block the follow-up shots, make it so they cannot complete the kill on the C9 support. Boogie's still dead for another 5 seconds. TSM seeing if they can pull off another miracle stop on this Baron. It's 3v5 instead of 3v4 this time. Let's see what they can do with it. Not a whole lot, not enough just yet. Baron's down to 2k. C9 trying to burn it. M&S's clone is low, but that's about it. The Baron's at 800, secured by C9. But what about the rest of the fight? Fudge goes on a killing spree and Chime goes down. Fudge still looking to pick up a little bit more here as Solo joins in. And Blabber picks one up, but trades his life for Maple. M&S jumps back over the wall. C9 has only lost their jungler and top laner, and the remaining 3 keep the Baron.
Can TSM transition this into an objective bounty shutdown on Dragon? That is the question. If they could do that, it would actually be a decent comeback play. Boogie's kind of low, though. It is definitely risky with M&S being so strong, poking around. If he sees that back line, they're dead!
That's all it takes. The flash to the distortion cast to guarantee it. M&S, he gets another one. He's just making fools out of them. Arrow comes around as Sven and Berserker can reinforce their mid laner. M&S just danced on their grave. That was brutal, man. He pops the jungler, he goes back in,
down, try and burn it. Blabber here barely working to finish it off, and then Fudge in the front lines still so tanky, creates so much rest of the team, and they're able to chunk down Maple as well, so Blabber can kind of jump to him and get that trade kill, evening up the numbers. But now we're living in the present with Baroned up Cloud9 coming to finish the job.
They've got the 4-1 split with Neo and Chime, both chunks so low they have to completely retreat from the bottom lane. Blabber is not being stopped by anybody back in mid. Arrow flies out, not gonna hit a target. M&S just trying to constantly make him sweat, make him not recall in any sort of an efficient manner.
I think the coolest play, even though he got a bunch of kills doing the other one, was his initial sneaky wraparound move, bringing the control ward to behind the red buff that allowed Solo to teleport when he was right here. That opened up everything for Cloud9 and really just blows the game open. Blabber gonna have to flash his way out after they get mid inhibitor, while the rest of the team takes bottom inhibitor, but yeah, that was a key play.
Well, you've got Maple stunned up on the front line. If they blow up Talia, I don't think there's a whole lot of hope left for TSM. They get a shutdown back onto M&S, but I don't think it'll matter a whole lot. Solo is just gunned down trying to defend the Nexus turrets. Neo's the only one left alive. Yeah, he's gonna get a kill on Fudge, but Blabber just jumps out of the shadows and tears him to pieces. 23-9, 26 minutes into the game. Cloud9 bounces back and takes down TSM.
Well, that was fun.
If you're Cloud9, it was.